you have been one of the people at the forefront of this rising trend. I don't want to use the word movement. I think it's overused, but this rising trend, this rising energy especially within the urban Christian scene and even suburban Christian scene, with this rise in the attention of the spoken word. How does it feel, one, to kind of be one of the people at the forefront of that, and two, why do you think that kind of thing is starting to be something that's resonating with people so much?
Yeah, honestly, it's a blessing because it's not something I first saw. It's not something I sought out. It was just really, it just happened that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just God just gave me this platform out of nowhere, and I'm just riding a little wave that comes with it. As far as why, I think, man, like, poetry is just, I call it creative preaching. It's just a sermon that's creative, and it has a different essence than Christian rap because there's no beat behind us. So you're not distracted by anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to listen to our voices. And people like Ezekiel or Janae's, we're attacking topics that people attack all the time, just in a different way. You know, and I think people appreciate the transparency. I think people just have a natural affection for arts. You know what I'm saying? So it's straight up the Lord, like, doing some craziness today.
And you guys are based out of Cali?
I'm in St. Louis.
You're in St. Louis?
Yes.
Well, looky here.
Yes. I used to live in Cali.
Okay.
So I'm back home now.
Gotcha. Now you had the with this emergence, also with the popularity of the collective that you're a part of, with the Passion for Christ movement.
Right.
Recently, you guys had a rather large gathering, especially considering what was at the center of it with poetry. You had the Rhetoric.
Right.
Can you tell us a little bit about what that was and what it was like?
Rhetoric it used to be called Lyricist Lounge. It's pretty much open mic, grand scale. Like, it was 2,800 people there, and I knew Lyricist Lounge from the beginning when it was 200 people in the warehouse. So just to be and see, like, wow, like, this many people are here to hear poetry about Jesus. Like, that's such a honor and a pressure. Like, Lord, let me present you rightly. You know what I'm saying? And it was just dope. Everybody got it. Propaganda was there. Like, we just spit our life on the mic, and it was a huge altar call or whatnot. God was presented through poetry. And you can bring people to an event about poetry that wouldn't necessarily go to a church to hear preaching. So it's kind of just a good thing. It was tight.
No, who else? It was you. It was Prop. Who else was involved?
The Breaks, Chris Webb, Eric Bond, some open mic people that I just met that day. That's probably what I can remember right now.
Dope. Now, what's been the events past? What's been some stuff you've seen already just in the wake of that?
What do you mean? Like,
what's been some of the responses that you've seen? What's been kind of the swell that's kind of come up since the big thing dropped, and then it was like boom, that was awesome, and then just the follow-up responses to it and the hunger for more
people begging for videos right like the next day, like when you guys gotta edit the videos, they just went home. You know what I'm saying? Or people asking when's the next one, or people coming to me and commenting to me about my poem that I did called Jigaboo, like how it blessed their lives, which was my purpose. And a lot of people want to be poets now. They want to, know how to be a poet, how to write, et cetera, et cetera. Like, nobody wants to be, they want to be rappers, but a lot of cats want to be poets. Rappers are turned into poets now, or poets are turned into rappers, kind of vice versa. Mm-hmm. So that's a lot of what I've seen, just social media uproar. Yeah.
Now, speaking of social media uproar, especially because of the candor that you've kind of come to be known for.
Yeah.
A lot of your videos have gone viral.
Right. And
they've been retweeted and posted in some instances, some strange places. Considering where it's from, you've got Resurgent. So many people posting your stuff. Are you surprised at it?
I'm consistently surprised when it's on just like, when my one video was posted on like this online gay magazine. They posted one of my videos, and it was as a means to basically bash me. But I'm like, man, like you don't know you're allowing me to present the gospel to a majority homosexual audience, So a lot of it is straight up in God's sovereignty. My poems being placed in certain or world star hip hop, like I loved it because I'm like, man, weed heads are watching this. It's not just the church. Most of the church knows about P4CM, but now being a world star is people that I'm trying to reach. seeing this poem. So praise God. That's how I feel. Like, awesome.
That's dope. Now, for the sake of people not necessarily familiar, again, your stuff, where others have been, they lace imagery, a lot of double entendres, what you do as well. Mm-hmm. But yours is actually, you know, we heard the Jigaboo tonight and some of the other stuff. Yours is a bit more, I don't want to use the word brash or aggressive, but it's definitely more in your face. And it's more kind of dragging your nose through it to say, this is the stink. Why that approach? Especially, it's off-putting, not off-putting, but it's surprising coming from a female.
Yeah.
Why that approach?
That's just kind of me. I've always been like a bold, aggressive character, but that I'm just very delivery driven, and I like just intensity, because typically people are a lot more willing to listen to intensity than they do a soft type of poem. You know what I'm saying? When you get on that stage, I'm 5'3", 120 some pounds. They're like, what is she about to talk about? So when I bust out with something that's like, you know, my stud poem, I remember the first time I kissed her lips. They're like, what? What is she about to say? You know, and it's just really all about effectiveness. I want to catch your attention so you listen to what I say, and in essence be changed. Like, that's the whole goal. Like, so, yeah.
Dope. Now, who are some people that inspire you?
Brooke Young, Carvin Sassant, Alicia Harris, like Propaganda even, Ezekiel, Preston Perry, like just really good writers inspire me, or people that just do what they got to do to make their craft the best it can be. Like, I don't like lazy artists, and so anybody that's just like straight, like even Lecrae, like dude, I've seen him grow so much. You know what I'm saying? Like his new mixtape, I'm like, dude is straight stepping his game up. Like, no beef with him, but like he's straight like growing. I like that. Like anybody that do that, you inspire me.
Can we talk about laziness for a minute? Let's talk about laziness in the craft.
Yes.
Because from with your art form, you don't have the benefit of, oh man, I worked with so and so producer, or you know, I got this, I got that, I got the beat, this 808 hit, so I can kind of get away with. Talk to us a little bit about laziness and kind of encourage. Maybe it's another poet watching this, or maybe they're not a poet. Maybe they're a budding writer, maybe they're a budding manager, they're a budding whatever. Talk a bit about care for the craft and you know where you see laziness fits or doesn't.
Yeah. What challenged me is when I saw a poem by Brooke Young like 3 years back, and it blew my mind. He's a secular poet. Dude's like a 5%er. Like, he doesn't, you know, even do Christian poetry, but it was so good. And it was better than mine. And I was like, there's no reason I should be doing poetry for the Lord of hosts, the creator of the world, and my poetry is not as good or better than someone that doesn't know the Lord. And so that's really my whole goal. Like, there's no way. Like, I have the creator of the universe living inside me in a way. So it's like I should be able to write creatively and dope. So it's like laziness. It's like, man, like, like, God went hard. Like, you go hard too. Like, it helps your poetry. Like, if your poetry is good, people are a lot more willing to listen to you, to what you have to say, because it's good. Like, Adele is good. Jay-Z is good. These are good artists. That's why they are where they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't nobody want to listen to garbage, Christian or not. Real talk. So it's just like, man, realize that if you're an evangelistic poet or evangelistic rapper, like, man, like, present it in such a way that people are willing to listen to the gospel, because that's the whole point. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I don't know if I said it, but I said it.
That's dope. So where can people grab hold of your stuff? There's obviously the viral stuff via YouTube, but what's some other places where people can connect with you and grab what you got going?
My Twitter, which is at Jackie E. Hill. My website, which is www.JackieEHill.com. Facebook fan page. My YouTube, which is my name is Jackie Hill. Like, that's where I post like more of my stuff apart from other ministries. And Twitter is like a great way, but yeah. Anything
where they can grab tangibly, a DVD? Anything?
Oh yeah, my DVD is on my website, which is www.JackieEHill. It's like $15, or unless you see me at a show personally, it's $10. So, yeah.
Dope. Any last words?
Jesus God. I dare you tell me otherwise.